Hello, beautiful souls. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. Peace, love, light, and healing. True healing. I am sending to you right now. Because we are in dire need of healing. Like, that's it. No more knowledge. No more tools. No more spiritual bypassing, no more veganism. All of that is good. And I'm not saying to just throw it all away. But what I'm saying is that we have really been majoring in the minors, and we have been focusing on the byproduct, okay, and not really dealing with the root. We've been tending to the leaves and not getting down to the soil of things. And the soil of things is healing, y'all. Seriously. I really wanted to make this video last week, but I'm really trying to preserve as much of my energy as possible for labor and delivery. But I have to get this off before bringing in my baby. So, and let me preface all of this by saying this first. I am in no way using these individual situations as a means to gain clout or even speak. I don't even really want to speak on them per se. I'm more so making this as an example of why it is that we need healing. We don't need anything else as a community. We need healing. All of the other stuff will come, okay? But in order for us to really be restored as a people and to really break generational curses and stop perpetuating and repeating the same damn shit, the only way we're going to get to that point is through healing. Okay, so this is just an example. I'm not in any way using these individuals and what they're going through as a means to, whatever. I don't even really want to speak on them. In fact, I'm not going to even use their names. All right. But there's this couple, and I mean, of course, the internet only shows, you're only able to see one side. Okay. This is a internet world where everything is filtered and you only see aspects of an individual. You don't really get to see who they really are. All right. But this couple, they have a family. The man is young man is very, very, very prominent within our community, building an empire. I'm so proud of him. The young lady is a beautiful young queen, and they have children together and stuff. And recently it seems like they've been going through some just really rough times, and it's kind of been displayed on the internet. And I really hope that I hope that they see this video. I really, really do. One day, I hope that one day they see this video. So I really, 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 from what I see, I really, really hold these individuals to high esteem. And just seeing what they're going through, from what they have shown, it's really disheartening. It's really, really disheartening because, once again, the cycle is perpetuating. They have young children, and these young children are having to witness this separation. Apparently, the mother has been staying in like Airbnbs or whatever, and I don't know, so I'm not going to speak on it too much because I don't know. I don't like to speak on what I don't know. That's foolish. But what I do know is this: the lack of commitment that we have as men and women, melanated men and women within our community is insane. It's crazy. It's like our people cannot sustain healthy, thriving Black love, melanated love, whatever you want to call it, relationships. It's so few and far in between. And it's something that we have to really begin to deal with, y'all. And now, especially with everything that's going on, that's why I believe that their stuff is being played out on a wide screen to be a testament and to be used as an example for the collective, because it's this war between between men and women right now, masculine and feminine energies, just all of it. And not men and women, masculine and feminine energies is within all of us, but it's like this tug of war that's going on between men and women right now within our community, and it's insane. And once again, we have children getting programs within their subconscious of my dad and my mom don't get along. They can't stay together. Okay? A child's first relationship with a man is the relationship they have with their father. How you treat that mother is creating a program within the child's mind. And same with the relationship with a son. Okay, a boy's first relationship with a woman is the relationship he has with his mother. How he sees that mother treat his father is creating a program. Okay, this is not something that I'm just making up. It's science, y'all. From the womb to 7 years old, a child is getting all of their major programs, meaning that's pretty much what they will end up becoming. Okay? What you do with a child from the womb to 7 years old, what you instill within their minds, all right? It's like they're a computer. They're like sponges, and it's like they're a computer. So if they see constant fighting, bickering, not getting along, instability, those are programs that are being created, y'all. And then what's going to happen? They're going to grow up. They're going to get older into their dating age, and they're going to have these fucking issues. They're going to be like, why can't I sustain relationships with men? Why don't I like women? Why do I keep... It's because of those programs that were established as little kids. And this is what we have, and this is what we see within our community, and it keeps perpetuating, and it's insane. Because look, it doesn't matter. You can have infinite amount of knowledge. This young brother has, he is an intellectual god. I will never, ever take that away from him. He is an intellectual god, and probably literally one of the, I don't even want to say probably, I'm almost sure, he's one of the most intelligent individuals walking this earth right now. Literally. Okay? Has infinite knowledge. Building an empire, building a nation, helping encourage people and da-da-da-da. But look, within their own household, there's instability, and the children are gaining programs that are not going to be susceptible and that are not going to be beneficial for them in adulthood. So this is why I say it doesn't matter how much knowledge we have, y'all. It doesn't matter how many tools we have. It does not matter how much sage you burn, how much crystals you burn, how hard you rock for your ancestors, how hard you rep Kemet, how hard you, whatever God is, Sekhmet, whatever, rule, all of it. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Those are little small pieces of the big whole. What matters and what we have to do as a people to get to the next level and to sustain, y'all. We have to sustain this energy of commitment, this energy of dedication to one another, this energy of unconditional love, working through stuff, conflict resolution, in order to establish that and to continue on throughout and continue that with generation to generation to come. We have to heal. We have to heal. And I've been saying this since 2 years ago. If you're not dealing with your shit, your shit is going to deal with you. No matter how much knowledge you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much empire building, whatever, notoriety, fame, whatever, no matter what, it doesn't matter. If you're not dealing with your shit is dealing with you. It just is what it is. We have to heal the inner child, my people. We have to heal our inner child. This is a generational curse. Why can't we as men and women get the fuck along? Why is it that we don't know how to resolve conflict? I'll tell you why. And this is the reality. And this is what a lot of you need to just really kind of just grasp, okay? Because this is reality. You can want and you can even try. And I'm not trying to be whatever, just like negative or whatever. I'm being very, very real with y'all right now. This is science. This is the psyche. This is the subconscious. This is how this works. This is how life works. Okay. You can want to have a committed relationship with someone. Okay. With a man or a woman, whatever. You can want to have black love. You can want, man, I want a husband. I want to be a wife. I want to be able to love my man. I want to be able to have my children with this man. I want to raise my kids. I want to have a family. I want to grow old, yada, yada, yada. I want to, even if it's polygamous, even if it's a polygamous situation, you know, I want to be able to have my queens and my king alongside me, and we building and we doing all of that. You can want it, but this is the reality. What were the programs that were instilled within your psyche as a child regarding relationships? And if you have dealt with that is the determining factor of whether or not you will sustain a committed relationship. And that's just it. And a healthy committed relationship. Not just staying married just for the sake of staying married, but being in a actual committed, thriving, stable, healthy, we're evolving together, we're growing together, we're building together type of relationship. What you saw growing up is the thing that's going to determine that. And what you do with what you saw growing up is what's going to, more so that what you do with what you saw growing up is what's going to determine whether or not you'll be able to sustain that type of relationship. And that is just the facts. This is why so many of our people can't be in relationships. This is why our women are at war with our men. And this is why our men are at war with our women, because it's the inner child. Your inner child is at war with your father. Your inner child, man, is at war with your mother. So you're trying to get into a relationship as an adult and sustain a relationship with this woman, but you got all these mother wounds. My mother neglected me. My mother wasn't there for me. I always had to fend for myself. The woman that birthed me into this world didn't love me enough to actually keep me, to actually nurture me, to actually be emotionally involved with me. Okay, so you're growing up, once again, so many broken children living in adult bodies, mimicking adult lives. But that broken child is still there. The issues that we have, I saw this quote last week, the issues that we have in our relationships as adults, it stems from the inner child. Literally, okay? Same thing with the women. Yes, I'm building this relationship with this guy. Oh my gosh, oh, it doesn't work. Well, I saw my dad beating on my mom. My dad left my mom. I never knew my dad. I never saw a committed relationship. I never saw that shit growing up. So how do you expect to, and I'm not saying that if you didn't see that, then you're just doomed to, relationship damnation. No, that's not true at all. You're not at all. But this is the reality. If you don't get major, serious work done, okay, and go back to your inner child, and you're just trying to just go on with life and have a relationship and stuff, and you didn't see that growing up, you more than likely will repeat the same thing. This is what you call generational curses. This is what our people have been doing since the damn plantation, okay? Since the crack era, since they took our men out of the homes. This is what it is, and this is what it's been, and this is what it will keep being if we do not do something. And what we need to do is heal. Stop trying to do all this extra shit that doesn't matter and that's not going to break curses. It does not matter. Y'all, even knowledge, and let me tell you something, knowledge is fucking power. Knowledge is so powerful. Knowledge is one of the most powerful things that we can have as individuals having this human experience, as spiritual individuals having this human experience. Knowledge is so important, but it does not take the place of inner healing. Healing is what is going to change and drastically transform the trajectory track that you're on. Healing the psyche, healing the subconscious, going back to your inner child, making things right, being honest with each other, with your lover, with your spouse. Man, I'm just going to be real with you. It's hard for me to trust women because I never trusted my mom. My mom was never there for me. She birthed me into this world and she left me. She wasn't there for me. Man, baby, I love you. I really want this to work, but it's hard for me to trust you. I have relationship anxiety because my father wasn't there for me. I never knew my father. I always dealt with issues of unworthiness. Why didn't my father love me enough to be here for me, to choose me? What was wrong with me? So now I'm a grown adult and I'm trying to have this relationship with you. I'm trying to trust you. I'm trying to love you. I'm trying to be this wife to you, but I don't know how because I don't trust men, and I don't trust men because I never was able to trust my father. This is the real conversations we need to have. This is what's going to help, y'all. We have to stop majoring in the minors because our children are seeing this shit. They're seeing us not getting along. They're seeing us fighting. They're seeing us growing up. They're growing up in homes without fathers. They're growing up in homes without mothers. They're growing up in homes without stability, without love. And they're seeing that. And it's impacting them, y'all. They're going to grow up and repeat the same shit. This is exactly what most of our generation went through. And then our parents went through it, and their parents went through it. Do y'all not see what's going on here? Okay, so we have to get to the root of this shit. We really, really, really do. And you have to heal. And I'm just being completely honest. This is just real talk, y'all. And I'm coming at it from an angle of, a lot of people. I recognize that the type of woman I am and how I've been raised and things and just who I am as a goddess, a queen goddess, it can trigger a lot of people because people see and they see my life and they're like, man, her grandparents were together for 70 years. My grandparents have been together for 70 years. They're still married. Okay, 70 years. My parents have been married 30 something years. All right. My husband's parents, they've been married 30 something years. Okay. So I've seen conflict resolution. I've seen my parents get into it and fighting, and arguing and then making up. That's important. Okay. That's important for children to see. It's important for children to see their parents resolve conflict, because what that does is that instills in the child's mind conflict resolution. Okay, so when that child grows up and they get in a relationship, they don't just resort to running away or packing their bags and leaving or whatever. Although even, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Even having grandparents that were married 70 years, parents that were married 30 years, sustaining a relationship with another person that is flawed and has issues and things and inner child shit just like you is work. It's work. And that's with seeing those examples in front of you. Okay? That's with having people that were married and committed to each other. Okay? Seeing that modeled in front of you, and it still worked. I went through a divorce. All right? I got married and was only married for like 6 months of that nigga, and it left. Okay? All right? My husband's been through divorces. So it's like, I've been through this shit. It still worked, y'all. It still worked. See, having the examples in front of you. So how do you expect to sustain or know how to resolve conflict and to work together if you never even had that modeled in front of you? I'm telling you, like, it's almost like impossible. You have your very, very, very few people. And there are people out here that have been able to, sustain healthy relationships and conflict resolve and stuff. And they did not have that model in front of them. My father's a good example. My father's parents didn't have that at all. It was very, very, very toxic. It was an abusive household, but he chose to do different. He wanted different. Okay, and he did whatever it is that he needed to do in order to have different. He just is committed to that. But that's rare. That's very rare. For the most part, people don't do that. And this is what we see. We have to heal the relationship between the man and the woman within our community. We have to heal the relationship between the woman and the woman. Between the man and the man. We have to heal just in general, y'all. I'm so serious. And a lot of y'all are trying to get into these relationships and know how to commit and know how to do all these things. And you have no models in front of you. You have no examples. And I'm telling you, even, like I said, even with the examples, it is work. It takes more inner reflection, self-awareness, and inner work to be able to be in a relationship, a healthy, thriving relationship with someone else outside of you. If you are not in a healthy, thriving relationship with yourself, it's going to be very, very hard for you to have a healthy, thriving relationship with someone outside of you. And don't think just because you have knowledge, just because you have a lot of stuff, just because you've been able to do a lot of things, it does not mean that you're able to sustain relationships with someone else. It doesn't mean that you have a healthy, thriving relationship with yourself. Okay? And that's just real. What if that's something that we're hiding behind? What if we're hiding behind our status? What if we're hiding behind our bank accounts? What if we're hiding behind all the knowledge that we have? But you're still that broken, wounded child. That's mother wasn't there. That father left them when they were little. You're still that person. You're still that child. We got to do better. We have got to do better. Like, we have to learn how to resolve conflict. We have to learn how to commune together in peace and harmony and love. So I cannot wait to get this baby out of me and, have my time with bonding and nurturing and things, and really get back to work and get back to these sessions. And me and Big Mike are actually going to be starting to do sessions together for couples and women, men that just really need that work. You know what I'm saying? That are able to be honest with themselves and say, I'm struggling here, man. I really want a relationship. I really do want to be able to have a healthy, sustaining relationship with someone. But I can't, for some reason, I can't do it. Well, let's dissect that. Let's get to the root of why. Let's clear that shit out. Let's rewire our subconscious so that we're able to now get and manifest what it is that we truly, truly, truly desire according to a healed and whole perspective, not from a wounded perspective. A lot of you all are entering into relationships with a wounded mindset, a wounded perspective. And then you're wondering why your relationships don't work. That's why. And then we blame men, like, as women, we blame men like, the man is the problem for all of the issues that we have. No, he's not. No, he's not. And then men are doing it to women. Women are the problem. They're the reason for all the problems that we have. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's lack of fucking healing. That is the problem. That is the problem. Stop pointing the finger and blaming everybody else. For once, we have to begin to hold ourselves accountable as a people. Be accountable to yourself. It's not that person outside of you. Everyone is a reflection of you. Everyone is you pushed out. Literally. Literally. If you call yourself a God of your reality, then you have to be accountable to that. So that means everyone that comes into my awareness is a reflection of me. They're all a manifestation of my own subconscious thoughts. They're all a manifestation of myself. Okay? So if you keep getting toxic men, what does that say about you? What does that say about things that are going on within your subconscious, within your psyche? If you keep attracting toxic women that are just crazy, what does that say about you, brother? How is your relationship with your mom? How is your relationship with your dad, sister? Like, we gotta really, really deal with this shit. I'm so serious. This is how we will rewire shit within our community. Because I'm telling you, that affects kids. Listen, that's just real talk. And this is statistically just proven, y'all. Children that are raised in 2-parent homes have a much, 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 much higher chance of finding and sustaining success in their relationships and just in life in general, growing up. That's just the facts. Their grades are better. And I'm not saying that that's the whole thing. Okay. There's those few and far in between that were different. But for the most part, children that were raised in 2-parent households have a different outcome as opposed to children that are raised in single-parent households. That's just the facts. And we have got to stop this whole single-parent household curse within our community because that shit is not healthy. It's not healthy. It's normal. It's because we've normalized it, but that shit is not healthy at all. It's not healthy for your children to be raised without a father or without a mother. It's just not. And although I'm not saying that you chose that, I'm sure no woman chose to be a single mom. No man chose to be a single father. I'm almost positive of that. However, we continue to put ourselves in situations and get into these toxic situations to where that ends up being the thing that happens because we're not healing. We're not healing. We are broken children living in grown-ass bodies, mimicking grown-ass lives, and trying to have some sense of normalcy and health and comfort and things. But we don't know how because that broken child is still there and that broken child has not been properly dealt with. And that is the facts. So, we about to get to this work. A lot of things are going to be shifting within my business personally and just my coaching and stuff. I highly recommend that you all go ahead and book. If you know that you're going to need a session, go ahead and book now because my books are going to be very, very, very slim. And pretty soon, I'm not going to be doing one-on-one sessions anymore. I'm going to be doing touring. And Georgia is our first stop. We'll be in Georgia in November, around November. So it'll be more like touring, in-person conferences and things of that sort, workshops and retreats and stuff. So I won't be doing one-on-ones as much at all. Probably like where it went to like 6 sessions a day, it's probably going to go down to like 3 sessions a week. Okay, especially with my baby here now. Okay, so y'all go ahead and get on the books. And like I said, Big Mike has his sessions available as well. And we're gonna start doing videos together, just talking about just real shit. Like, this is real shit. Like, for real. This is real life. People glorify internet relationships and stuff. Like, oh my God, they're so... And that's another thing. I just have to say that before I go. And then I'm really done because it's getting too long. You know, like, this whole thing of polygamy and stuff. I completely I overstand the practice of polygamy. I get why our ancestors did it. It makes sense. It just does. And really the queens are the ones who actually were the ones who wanted polygamy back then, because we were the ones running the civilizations and we needed help. It's a lot of work to maintain a household, teach your children. See, we didn't have schools and education systems that you send your children off to. No, when you have that baby, you're the teacher. You're the nurturer. You're the nurse. We didn't have doctors to send them off to when they get sick, okay? Unless they were like high priestess witch doctors or whatever. For the most part, you were the doctor. You were the nurse. You were the teacher. You were the wife. You're the cook. All right? So it's a lot of work to maintain that. So we would choose sister wives as a means to get help. It's for help, okay? It's for help. It's not for sexual deviances. It's not for anything like that. It's for building. Now, a lot of our people they get into consciousness and stuff, and they repair their DNA. And naturally, as you repair your DNA, you want to go back to your ancestral ways. However, most of y'all niggas can't even sustain a monogamous relationship. Y'all don't know how to sustain a monogamous relationship. You never saw a healthy monogamous relationship being worked out in front of you. And now you're trying to be polygamous? Like, what? Like, no. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. If you don't know how to sustain a healthy, thriving relationship with one person, how the fuck do you think you're going to be able to sustain a healthy relationship with multiple partners? Like, no, the multiple partners it's not going to make your issues easier. It's just going to add more. This is why I'm saying, like, if you want to see all of that stuff restored within our community, the polygamy, the nation building, community building, all of that, then we got to really heal. We got to heal. We have to heal. Then we can talk about adding other people into our relationship, nation building, things like that. We got to stop majoring in the minors. Prioritize what needs to be prioritized. Our priorities are out of whack. Okay? All right, y'all. So I'm sending y'all so much love and peace and healing. This is just thetruth.com over here. And, you know, just research it. Just go research. Research the impact of single parent households. Research. Why are melanated women the highest number of single unwed mothers out here? We are the highest number of single mothers. The highest. And it's bad. Like, it's bad. Not being a single mother is bad, but just the amount of how much it is. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's more single mothers than there are married, healthy, thriving women within relationships with a man. Okay? And not saying that that's just the end all be all. Like, that's just what you better, if you're married and you're better. I'm not saying any of that at all. Don't project that shit. If you're insecure about that, get over it, because it's not the case. But what I am saying is, I'm thinking about the children. I'm thinking about the generations after us. Okay? We don't want to see the same stuff that we had projected onto our kids and our children's children and our children's children's children. And by the way things are going and looking, that's where we're at. That's just what's continuing to cycle itself. And that's what the elite want. They don't want to see us unified. It starts with the household. You want a real revolution? You want a real Black revolution? It begins in the home. Get your home in order. Get your fucking home in order. Get your internal home in order through your mind, your consciousness, your heart, okay? Healing that inner child, and then your physical home. That relationship with that man, that relationship with that woman, the relationship with your children. Get that shit in order, man. Work through shit. Resolve conflict. Stop running away at the first sign of whatever, fight or flight shit. Stop. Deal with that trauma bonding, trauma response shit. Stop being a runner. She a runner. She a track star. Stop. Take the track shoes off for a second, sis. For a second, bro. And just learn how to resolve shit, man. Teach your children conflict resolution. Model that in front of them. All right? I'm sending y'all love. I'm linking my link to my website below. If you want to go ahead and get on the books for August, then all the late August, then all of that, you can go ahead and set that up now. All right? Peace, love, and divine healing to y'all. Next time y'all see me, I'll have a little baby. So send me love and healing and just peace for an amazing delivery. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. You're really, really listening, and you're really, really wanting to get in tune. And I encourage you to tap in and heal, all right? Because that's the beginning of a new life for you, is when you heal. Bye.